Hello learners, I Surbhi Gupta welcome you all to lecture number 53, week 16 on computerized accounting. This is the third part on the computerized accounting. This computerized accounting is a part of your BCom CBCS financial accounting paper course code BCOC 131. Now let us start discussion on the computerized accounting. As we all know that in the previous videos we have discussed about what is computerized accounting, what are the advantages and disadvantages of computerized accounting. And then I took you through the computerized accounting software Tally ERP9 where you learned about working on Tally, where you created a company, you deleted a company, shut the company or alters the detail of the company. Now today we will move ahead and we will discuss about the features and the configurations which you can set as per the requirement of your company. Let's start. Now what are features and configurations? As you have already created a company, now let's start with the features and configurations. Features will affect only the company in which they are enabled as yes or no, whereas configurations will have an effect on all the companies in the directory data. So it means if you want to make a specific changes, then you need to alter the features, and if you want to make changes in all the companies, you have to use the configurations. Now let's discuss the features in great detail. Features are set of capabilities which are provided as options which will enable you to set and maintain your records of financial statements as per your need. It can be found by clicking features on the vertical button bar on the right pane. I have already shown you the vertical button bar in the previous lectures. Alternatively, you can also use the keyboard and press F11 and feature screen will appear as follows. You can see F11 which is highlighted with the arrow in the vertical button bar. This screen will appear once you click the features. You can see within the gateway of Tally company info there is company feature, accounting features, inventory features, statutory and taxation features, there is add-on features and quit. Also on the vertical button bar you can see F1 accounts, that is accounting features, F2 inventory features, F3 statutory features and F6 as add-on features. Now let us move ahead. Now let's talk about the accounting features. You can open the accounting features as I have already told you by clicking it or by pressing A from the keyboard or by pressing F1 or by clicking F1 accounts on the vertical button bar on the right pane. Once you do so, the following screen will appear. Now you can see that the company name is listed over there. Then there are accounting features. Accounting feature here encompasses journal features, outstanding managements, cost profit center management, invoicing, budget and scenario management, banking features and other features. You can make the required changes in the accounting features as per the need of the organization and the company. Let's discuss in brief a little about these accounting features. Journal. Maintain accounts only. If you want to maintain only accounts and you don't want to mix the accounts and the inventory, then you should use option maintain accounts only. If you want to integrate accounts and the inventory, then you have to put this option as yes, otherwise as no. The third field in journal is use income and expenses account instead of profit and loss account. As we all know that profit and loss account is used in business organizations, whereas income and expenses account is used in non-governmental organizations. So if you are a NGO, that is non-governmental organization, then you have to use income and expenses account instead of profit and loss account. Then there is an option of enable multi-currency, that is if you are dealing with various currencies, you can use this option to store your data. Next is the outstanding management. This will help you in managing your bills. that is date wise, all the details will be recorded. Also, this will help you in calculation of interest period. As we know, if a bill is due over the date, then the interest is calculated. It will automatically help you in calculation of interest. So if you want to use this option, put this option as yes. Then there is a cost and profit center, which will help you in maintaining payroll, that is about the details of the salary about the employees, and the cost center also. Then there is the invoicing option. If you want to issue invoices, then you have to enable this option as yes. Also, if you want to record the purchase return and sales return, then you should use the debit and credit notes option also and put this as yes. Then there is another option known as the budget and the scenario management, where you can maintain the budgets and control and other things. There is a banking feature also, which will help you in printing of the check, which will help you in maintaining other banking related details. Then there are some other features, like if you want to enable the zero value transactions, then you have to set this option as yes. If you want to use the company logo on the various printing of the documents, then you have to enable this option as yes. So these are the basic accounting features which you can set as per your requirement. Now let's move ahead. Next we talk about the inventory features. The inventory features consist of journal storage and classification, order processing, invoicing, purchase and sales management and other features. You can open inventory features by clicking on it, or by pressing I from the keyboard, or pressing F2, or by clicking F2 inventory on the vertical button bar on the right pane. Once you do so, the following screen will appear. You can see that on the vertical button bar, F2 is not highlighted, it is very dim. It means your inventory feature is currently open. Whereas F1, F3 and F6 is highlighted, it means they are not open. Now let's talk about the inventory features. Talking about the inventory feature, first one is the journal feature, which includes two things. First is the same which we have discussed in the accounting feature, that if you want to maintain the data of inventory also and integrate your accounts and inventory, then you have to set this option as yes. If you want to enable zero value transaction into your system, then you should also put this option as yes. The next one is the storage and classification. Storage and classification will be useful for those business organizations which are having the godowns. That is, they are using godowns at different places to store their finished products, or if they are maintaining various stock categories within the stock. If you want to maintain multiple godowns, then set this option as yes. If you want to maintain the stock category wise, then put this option as yes. Also, if you are such a business organization that you are producing goods in batch wise, then you can also maintain the batch wise detail by setting this option as yes. There is also option of putting the expiry date for each batch in this storage and classification feature. Next comes to the order processing. In order processing, you can set the option as per your requirement, whether you want to enable purchase order processing or the sales order processing. Next comes the invoicing option. Again, if you want to enable or issue the invoices, then you have to set this option as yes. Again, if you are doing purchase return or sales return, then you can make use of debit and credit notes. So set this option as yes if you need it. Then there is another option, that is use separate column of discount in invoices. If you want to record the separate column for discount in the invoices, then you should use this option and set this as yes. Then there are other features also available within inventory, that is purchase management, sales management and other features. You can use these features as per your requirement. After you are done with all the settings which I have discussed right now, the screen will appear as the follows. And once you press the enter, again it will ask whether you want to accept it or you don't want to accept it. If you are satisfied or you are okay with the settings done for the inventory feature, you can press Y from the keyboard or you can take your cursor towards the yes and click on yes. The settings will be saved. If you are still not satisfied, do the required changes, again press enter, again it will ask you to accept, then accept it and your required changes will be done. Now next feature is statutory and taxation feature. You can open this feature by clicking on it or by pressing S or pressing F3 or by clicking F3 statutory on the vertical button bar on the right pane. Once you do so, the following screen will appear. You should note that this statutory compliance is country specific. Since we are in India, so this option will be used and therefore all the statutory and taxation features related to India are displayed. One can set this according to the business specific requirement. Now let's look at the statutory and taxation features. There is an option of enabling GST. There is an option of enabling VAT. VAT is nowadays not relevant. Then there is excise. Then there is enable service tax. Then there is also TDS option available, and there is enable tax collected at source, that is TCS option available. After that, there is a tax information, that is the PAN number or the corporate identity number, if it is available, should be entered in this field. You should note that if you want to use the GST function, then you should enable goods and service tax as yes and also set or alter GST details as yes. Both the options should be set as yes, then only you will be able to use the statutory and taxation function properly. Now the next feature is add-on feature. Add-on feature is generally provided in case of new feature which is launched by the company. If any new feature is launched, it will be available under add-on features and you can click on it and see, and if you want you can purchase or you can add that feature in your Tally program. With this we come to the features setting. I remember that I told you in the starting that features are company specific whereas configuration are for the all companies. So now let us discuss the configurations. Now what are configurations? Configurations are options that help you modify the way a feature works. Configurations can be located on vertical button bar in the last. I have already told you F11 is for features, similarly F12 is for configuration. You can press directly F12 from the keyboard or you can click F12 configure. This arrow shows the F12 configure in the vertical button bar. Once you press the configuration, then the following screen will appear. You can see a list of configurations which are available to you: journal, numeric symbol, accounts या inventory information, voucher entry, invoice order entry, payroll configuration, banking configuration, printing option also available, emailing, data configuration, advanced configuration, product and features, licensing, and the last there is a quit option if you want to quit out of it. Now let us discuss the first one, that is the journal configuration. As you can see, the first is country details. Within this country you are given an option of India or SAARC or international. As we are presently based in India, so we will select India/SAARC. Then there is a naming style, that is the appearance of name in the reports. You want name only, you want name and alias, that is the supporting name. Whatever format you want, you can choose it from here. Similarly for the stocks item also, if you want name only or name with alias, that is supporting name, or the any local language name which you have used, so you can opt according to your requirement. Then there is a format of date. Various format of date is available: date, month and year, or month, date and year. So you can choose according to your need and requirement. Then there is also a separator, that whether you want a dash or a dot or hyphen or slash as the date format. So you can choose any format which you want. Then again there is an option available for format of numbers. Characters to use for decimal. You want dash, you want decimal. By which way you want the fraction, the numbers after the decimal. Then there is a separator to use for thousands. Generally we use comma for separating thousand figures. So you can use any other format which is available if you are comfortable. Then there is a show amount in millions option. If you want to show your amount in millions also, then you can use this option. Then there is a table configuration. Then there is a import and export configuration. In other option, there is one important configuration, that is show graphs in monthly reports. Set this option as yes, will help you in getting monthly reports in the form of graphs. You can use other options also, like separate menu for final account statements. Let us just see in a brief how use of separate menu for final account statement will help. You can see that if you have set this option as no, then your screen will appear like on the left hand side, that is under reports there will be 4 items: balance sheet, profit and loss, stock summary and ratio analysis. In case you set the option of using final accounts as yes, then in reports you will see, as you can see on the right hand side, trial balance, stock summary and final accounts. When you click the final accounts, you will be able to access the balance sheet and the profit and loss account. So these are the general configurations. So now let's move to the numeric symbols. To configure the numeric symbols, select the option numeric symbols and the following screen will appear. It will include symbols to be used for negative and positive numbers and debit and credit amounts. You can see the symbol before the number. If it is positive, then plus sign. If it is negative, then the minus sign. In case for debit amount, DR. In case for credit amount, CR. Now next is the master's configuration. Within master configuration, the first configuration which you need to see is provide alias along with name. Alias is nothing but a supporting name. It means if you have another way of calling a particular name or item, then you can put this option as yes. Also at times there are various words which are used within the regional languages which you are more comfortable, then you can put this option also as yes. Within master configuration there are 2 important parts. One is accounts related, another is inventory related. Whatever option you want, you can set this option as yes. Within accounts, you can provide advanced information in master as yes and provide addresses for ledger account as yes. Within inventory, whatever you want as configurations, you can put that option as yes. Now next is the voucher related configuration and the following screen will appear. If we look towards the voucher entry configuration, there are 4-5 very important items which you need to look and set before start working on Tally ERP9. If there are large number of journal entries which need to be entered on the same day, then you can put skip date field during creation for faster entry as yes. If you put this as yes, it will automatically jump from the date and it will not allow you to enter the date. You can use single entry mode for payment, receipts and contra vouchers as yes. You can use credit or debit instead of to and by during the entry. Also you can put the alarm for the negative cash balance in this. Then there are some other accounting voucher related configurations which you can set yes as per your need. On the right hand side there are other inventory related voucher entry configurations which are available. You can put them as yes as per your need. You can see that there is a warning on negative stock balance also within the inventory. With this, the voucher entry configuration comes to an end. Now let us look for the other configurations. In configurations, invoice order entry will let you configure additional things like export details, shipping details, etc. Payroll configuration is used to configure additional details about the employees. Banking configuration will let you configure banking details. Printing configuration will help you configure the printing screens for the reports and the transaction. Email will help you configure email related details. Data configuration will enable configuration of data, that is location of tally files, export files, etc. Product and other features will tell you about the details of current product installed in your system. Licensing will help you update, surrender, reset, license and also configure existing license. Quit will enable you to return to the main screen of Gateway of Tally. Now let us look towards some keyboard conventions which you may have come across. If only Fn is mentioned, then you can press simply the concerned function key. Suppose if it is written F11, then you can press F11 key. If there is a single underline within the key, then you need to press Alt plus key. If there is a double lining within the function key, it means you have to press the Control plus key. These conventions will help you in working fast while working on Tally software. So with this, we have discussed the features and the configuration in detail. I once again remind you that features are independent for each company, whereas configurations are same for all the companies. So whatever changes you apply for the configuration, they will be applicable to all the companies. With this comes to an end on the Tally ERP 9 lecture 3rd. In this lecture, we have learned about the features and configurations and how to change the features and configurations as per our requirement. Now we are set to roll for working on the Tally ERP 9. In the next lecture series, we will see how we will start entering the financial data or start preparing for entering the financial data in the accounting software. With this, thank you so much.